Cutie Pies. I am Lanikia, and you're watching What Happened on the Soaps. This is the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Today is Friday, yay! September the 8th, 2023. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to have to give this one a 6. It was solid. Bill is back. Dollar bill, y'all. So Bill is back in the office. He's come back from his trip. He says he wished somebody had called him and let him know everything was destroyed, being destroyed as far as their lives, they just, what are y'all doing? He said, Liam, your marriage fell apart. He said, Wyatt. I said, Wyatt, what? You better not say Flo, because we haven't seen anything with Wyatt. He said, you didn't tell me you were using your brother as a sounding board and everything. But he said, but y'all did run the company well, so I'm not mad at that. So then Bill goes into how he can't believe Hope kissed Thomas, and Wyatt's like, you're not the only one. And then he said, are you sure you can't forgive her? And Liam says, no, it's just he can't forgive her and everything. And you know what? I am not a Hope fan. Anybody who watches this knows there are certain people on this show that I like. But with that being said, because I review this, I give equal to everyone. And I don't like the fact that Liam is going around telling everyone, Hope kissed Thomas, like it's unforgivable. She knew it was gonna, if it was Thomas, I couldn't forgive her. But you're not saying anything about yourself and how you feel about Steffi and how you kissed Steffi. Because at the time when Hope kissed Thomas, she thought, okay, I kissed Thomas, it's unforgivable and everything. But when he kissed Steffi, there was nothing else going on with Hope and Thomas. It was just that kiss, and she was trying to forget about it and move on with Liam. You ran over there before Hope had done anything else. You ran over there and you had already kissed Steffi twice. So don't act like this marriage ending is really all just on Hope, because it's not. You played a part in your marriage ending as well. Just my thoughts on it. But anyways, I just don't like the way he goes around like telling everyone, well, yeah, she kissed Thomas, and yep, I can't believe she did it, she's the one that ended our marriage, when she wanted to work your marriage out, and you act like she was just it was so unforgivable, even though for her you kissing Steffi was unforgivable, but still was trying to find it in herself to forgive you for what she feels like running to Steffi. She doesn't know about the kiss, but she feels like you run to Steffi, and you're not even being truthful about that. So I don't like that part of it. It's Friday. This is gonna be a little bit longer of a review. Anyways, so then Wyatt tells Bill, what I mean, it's not just because he doesn't want to forgive, he can't forgive Hope. He still has feelings for an ex-wife, but it is not Hope. And Bill was like, what? And they were like, yeah, excuse me, it's Steffi. He still has feelings for Steffi. Ma'am, mm-mm. He still has feelings for Steffi, and she's really the reason why he won't forgive Hope, because he wants to work it out with Steffi. And then for them to all sit around and be like, they understand how he feels about Steffi, and it's not like they don't blame him for that. And I said, Steffi is married. What are y'all talking about? Y'all are just like, I hate when it's supposed to be a good guy, because they will justify good guys doing crappy things, because that's crappy of Liam to want to go after this married woman. And you disguise it as, well, it's because of Finn, and like Finn and his relationship with Sheila. That's why it's like this. No, before you even knew anything about Finn and his feelings towards Sheila, you were still trying to go after Steffi, who was a married woman. So, like, knock it off. Anyways, let's move on, because that's really all they were talking about, is how Bill feels bad because he feels like, it's his fault all of this is going on, because he didn't have the concrete evidence that he needed against Sheila. He said The way he does it in his world, you bend a little rules. I said, well, you can't, like, the FBI should have told you, no, we don't do that here. Like, you can't do that. You can't bend the rules and think everything is gonna be okay. And like in business, you can do all that lying and stuff, but in the court of law, you cannot. Let's move on. I'm tired of talking about them. It is what it is. They telling Liam it's okay for him to have these feelings for Steffi and go after her, or whatever. Go put your family back together. That's what I heard. So then Leah comes over and she sees Finn and she said Steffi is gone, and he said yes, she left, and she said she just left, and he said, well, no, she did let me say goodbye to the kids and everything. Man, he said she did let me be able to say goodbye to the kids and everything. So he was grateful for that, but Sheila, she had just came back and she was trying to come back home, and then of course Sheila had to run over. And Lee said, see, I knew it. That's what I was afraid of, that Sheila was going to come over and mess up your marriage, because Sheila don't give a care that Steffi left this man. She likes it because that gives her a way to be able to contact Finn anytime she wants. So she's glad that Steffi left her son. So because of that, Lee is just like, so now what are you gonna do? And he says, I'm gonna still work for my marriage, but Liam is getting in the way as well. And she was like, Finn, now you can't blame this on Liam. And he said, no, you don't understand. He told me to my face that he was still in love with Steffi and everything. And Lee said, what? The nerve of him. I said, I know that's right, Lee. She said, the nerve of him to tell a man that you are in love with his wife. And that's all I be talking about. That's all I be talking about. Liam is not this good guy that they try to portray him to be, like, oh, he's just so concerned about Steffi. A good guy wouldn't do that. That's like, even Thomas, that last go round and stuff, he never went into Liam's face and said, I'm gonna take your woman. He never said that. It's crazy. Anyways, so Lee said, what are you gonna do? And he says, I'm gonna fight for my marriage, and I have to find a way to get it through Sheila's head that she's not a part of my life once and for all. I said, I don't know what you're gonna do, because all this is gonna do is make Sheila um feel like you chose her, and and look at Steffi, she left you again, because she was already playing that Steffi keeps leaving you. Why you want to be with her when she all she wants to do is leave you, or whatever. So I don't know, child. We'll see what happens after this. Moving right along, we go over here to RJ, Brooke, and Ridge, and Ridge is letting RJ know that Steffi has left town, and he says, what, like, why? And so they tell him, excuse me, about Sheila playing pop up at their home. And so Steffi said for the safety of her family, she had to leave the country and get away from Sheila, and even get away from Finn, because Sheila is so, she feels like Finn is just hers. And so he was like, oh my gosh, I hate that she had to do that, but I get why she's doing that. And Brooke, was like, yeah, she has to do what she has to do to protect her family. They didn't want her moving back in the first place, and then Sheila made it clear why they didn't want her moving back in, because as soon as she came over, Sheila popped right on up, and that's exactly what they were talking about in the first place. um so then we see, as they continue to talk, RJ is like, I 100% understand and I agree why Stiffy had to leave. So they continue to talk, and Ridge says, have you talked to your granddad? He's been acting like real weird with me, or whatever. And so RJ said, yeah, I have talked to him, and I think you're the best person to talk to him as well, because what's going on with him only you can help fix. And so Ridge was like, what does that mean? Because he doesn't understand. And RJ said, dad, there's still a lot of life left in grandpa, and there's still, he still has things to do. You can't just dismiss him. And he was like, he should just go play pickleball. And I said, see, there you go again, Ridge. There you go again. The man don't want to. he wants to work, and you keep just being like, go play pickleball, ride off into the sunset. That's what Ridge keeps portraying this as, and Eric has made it very clear he has no plans to ride off into no to not one sunset. So stop stop saying that. Really, that's what it boils down to. Stop saying that. If the man say he wants to work and everything, he wants to work. But Ridge said, he wants to do this. We're working on bedroom Brooke, or Brooke's bedroom. We're working on hope for the future. We're working on the couture line and stuff. And now he want to just pop up and do something. We ain't got time for it. That's what I heard. We don't have time for that right now. And RJ said, "Well, remember he built the company, so you should take him more into consideration and don't just push him aside." Ridge not really trying to hear this, and that's it. RJ says, "Well, all right." He says, Ridge just says, "We love your grandfather and everything, but we're busy right now." So then Brooke is like, when RJ leaves, and Brooke is just like, oh, the way he loves his grandfather. And Ridge is like, man, maybe it's more to it than what I'm seeing as far as my dad goes. He was like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm not seeing the whole picture. And I said, you're not, but okay. And so, he's concerned. He's concerned. After listening to RJ, he's just thinking, he stops and he thinks about his dad working at the desk and everything. And I don't know. I said, yeah, y'all are still in his office, because he hands Brooke the stapler when she was stapling some papers, and he remembers what his dad said, like, y'all just took over my office. I said, the man complained about y'all being in his office, and look at you still in the man's office. I cannot. Like Jocelyn Hernandez, I cannot. Let's move on. So then we see RJ goes and he talks to Eric. And Eric was drawing and his hand started bothering him, so he wasn't able to finish the drawing. And after talking to his dad, RJ is fired up. He like, come on, granddad, we're gonna show them that you that oh no, no. I was about to sing that Maxwell song. Um, you know, this woman's work. That's not the song, Nikki. Anyways, he said, you still got life left in you. You can still do this, granddad. Like, let's do this. And Eric was feeling a little down because he was like, I can't finish the drawing, and maybe I should just. And he said, no, no, no. You're Eric Foster. It doesn't get no better than you when it comes to this fashion. So, like, put the pity party away. We about to do this. Tell me what you need, and I'm gonna get it together for you. And Eric just hugs him and was like, thank you. Thank you for encouraging him, for helping speak life into him, because he was feeling a little bad about himself and everything. So that's, oh my gosh, Nikki. So that's it pretty much with them, y'all. I do like this storyline, and I can't wait until like we start seeing like Eric go in the office and the models start trying those dresses on and stuff. Now that Steffi is out of the way, I'm not gonna lie. Now that Steffi's out of the way, that might open up a storyline for something else. I don't know. They just don't do it. They just don't do it over here. Like, what's the budget? Because y'all acting like you have none. Like, you're acting like there's no budget to do different things on this soap. When y'all are only 30 minutes. Y'all are only 30 minutes. I mean, we want to see it. We want to see different stuff. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what you think. And that's all I got for you. Guys, it is the weekend. Be blessed. Be safe. Y'all, if you go out, be hydrated and stuff, because it's hot out there, child. So just be safe when you're going out and about. And I will see you on Monday for an all new episode of What Happened on the Soaps, the Bold and the Beautiful edition. Thank you so much for watching. Goodbye.